All right, and welcome back to the Crypto Report, and welcome to these new all-time highs for Bitcoin, and some cryptos are getting close. We're not quite at altcoin highs yet, but we are seeing an altcoin season potentially coming back into the fold, but decreased chance of rate cuts. What's the scoop right now in these markets? I want to talk to you guys a little bit about it in this live stream. It is Monday. We are back in action and we are live. And I'm right now reposting this stream on X. Do yourself a favor. Let's get some more folks in here. So repost the stream so we can get a nice Q&A at the end of this. And we're going to break down a lot of the momentum that's happening right now, a lot of the news. Buckle up, guys. Tap the like button, subscribe, and if I could just go ahead and kick this thing off to share the screen, we'll do it right now. Boom. There is the stream. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's on X. It's there for you to repost. I already reposted it. Check it out, guys. Look at this right now. You've got Bitcoin as the top trending crypto. Oh, what a surprise. Bitcoin top trending crypto. Well, it's very trendy. It's very trendy and increasingly trendy. How's it going, Peter in the chat and Todd in the chat, Chihuahua in the chat. Chihuahua says altcoins will pump. I believe it. I believe it. On this channel, I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. That's just not what we do, but we do bring crypto news every single day because we love it, and we love it for good reason. We had a feeling this thing was going to pump, and well, that's exactly what it's doing. We have some new IPOs that are coming out from the crypto industry, which is pretty exciting news. There is a lot of news, guys, so let's get into it. Buckle up. Smash a like. Check it out, guys. Bitcoin, $119,000. Ethereum is back above 3K. This is significant. Right at schedule, we see XRP touching above $3 today as well. Tether's pumping. Tether's a stablecoin. Tether's still $1. We do see Binance ain't doing too much today. A little bit over the last 7 days. Solana's getting a little bit of a move. We're waiting on an altcoin season. Now, looking at the top moving cryptos today, even though Bitcoin is making all-time highs, only 10% is the biggest gainer right now. Now, granted, I want to show you guys this. We did see some bigger wicks this morning, okay? We did see a little bit bigger wicks. What do we got? Here's the daily candle. Yeah, we got all the way up to almost $4 again for SWE. So we're coming down a little bit. Why did Bitcoin touch 123? And why is it coming back down? Well, this is something that we've been talking about for a while, and I know somebody in the chat is asking if I believe Hedera will move back up again. You know, again, I can't give like advice on that, but I'll tell you that I am bullish on Hedera personally. I believe that there's going to be kind of a, and I've got it in the chat, you know, or I've got it in the title of this video, Altcoin Season Now. You know, I think that we're probably going to end up seeing a lot of these altcoins pump. The Fear and Greed Index is moving higher right now, which is spectacular. I see a lot of people piling into the stream because everybody wants to know what's happening in this crypto space and why are we coming down right now? Okay, so let's explore this. First up, let's look at some bigger charts. Now, our weekly candle for Bitcoin closed a little bit above this trend line, which means maybe we are in that big breakout mode where we, you know, 123K is great, but we could easily get to 130, 150, lickety split with this momentum. It's something that could happen. We had our weekly candle close right at the bottom of this range for Bitcoin dominance. It's below it right now. Are we going to see Bitcoin dominance start breaking down? Is this the time? Well, it's possible. Here's the thing, though, and I don't really love to see this, but it's happening. Okay, so let's look at this a little bit. Recently, there's been rumors that the Fed could be stepping down. Okay, Fed chair might resign. The president's been encouraging him to resign. Why is this all happening? Well, because some people believe that we've been holding rates steady for too long, and the president, for example, says too late Powell, right? That he's cutting the rates too late and he wants more rate cuts. Why? So it pumps the market. When rate cuts come, we see risk on asset rally. So coming up in July, end of this month, 15 days from now, 95% chance that we're not going to see a rate cut. Going into September, the odds are getting moved to the wrong direction right now, actually. A 37.9% chance that we're not even going to get a rate cut in September now, which is shocking. And if you look to October, the odds are kind of coming up in the wrong way there. 16% chance we don't get a rate cut in October, and a 4.5% chance that we don't get one in December, if you can see this. But still a 43% chance Honestly, almost 70% chance that we are going to get half a point maybe cut before the end of the year. So still optimistic, but I do just want to note, September was supposed to kind of be a rate cut month, and the odds are slowly shifting the wrong direction on this. But it's too early to tell. Okay. The Fed is considering stepping down. Now, if we do see Fed chair step down, the president is going to pick a new head of the Fed, and that new head of the Fed, if I had to guess, okay, would probably cut the rates as a thank you to the president for getting into office. It's not what it's supposed to be, but it's what it could be. I think, I'm not a financial advisor. You gotta read into this on your own, but this is the way that I'm personally reading into it, guys. Okay. And we are seeing some things pump today. Are we seeing anything come down? Yeah, we're seeing a couple coins come down, actually. And these are some of the tokens that were pumping recently. Actually, why is Pump Fund coming down? Oh, Pump Fund was a new airdrop that came out. The Pump Fund streamers actually got airdropped some crypto, which was pretty incredible. One of the bigger airdrops ever. And so that thing launched, and there's some selling off happening right away. This is going to be an interesting token to start watching, actually. I wonder what Pump Fund's going to do. This must have launched today. What a day to do it on Crypto Week. What's the Crypto Week we're talking about? Well, there's a lot going on with it, guys. Not too much is down today. Just this meme core coin, which came up like 2,000% in the last week, and Pump Fund, which just launched today. So there's a couple sell-offs happening now that some airdrops were made. In terms of the volatility, why are we pumping? Well, Crypto Week's huge. We'll talk more about that in a second. But shorts are getting squeezed. Anybody betting against Bitcoin right now at the time where institutional demand is higher than it's ever been before, as the politicians are cozying up to crypto and they're voting on it in the House this week? Yeah, shorts are getting wrecked. Are we that surprised? I don't think we should be that surprised. There is a chance of a long squeeze as people get greedy and overlong the market, but generally, I think we can look forward to some potential momentum here. There is a caveat. The caveat would be buy the rumors, sell the news on Crypto Week. Here's just one example. Okay. We've got very exciting news going on right now. Everybody's talking about Crypto Week, set to vote on the Genius Act, Clarity Act, and the Anti-CBDC Surveillance Act this week. We've also got CPI data and bank earnings coming out this week. So that's going to be something people are eyeballing. You also saw Coinbase and Robinhood that were pumping recently as well. Circle was ripping over the last while, as we kind of knew that there was some very exciting things coming in the crypto space. And yeah, I mean, just Coinbase stock is crushing it right now. Absolutely unbelievable. Robinhood's at $100. So we kind of got things pumping because everybody's excited about this Crypto Week. Okay. What else have we got going on right now? What we've got going on right now is, people are expecting altcoins to follow. Altcoins, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin surge following Bitcoin's new all-time high. This is pretty significant, but it's, not surprising. I've kind of talked about this a lot. As Bitcoin is pumping, you can kind of expect your altcoins to start pumping as well, folks. Sorry, give me 1 second. I need to unshare my screen for 1 second and check something out. Okay, good, great, grand, wonderful. Got it. Yes. Yeah. So again, when Bitcoin pumps, you can kind of expect your altcoins to pump. So that's kind of what's happening right now. And you've got other skeptics that have come out there and people like Peter Schiff that have been so wrong on this, right? I mean, can you imagine being Peter Schiff right now? Here we are, they're voting on crypto in the House of Representatives. Senate passed these crypto bills. You got Peter Schiff coming out saying Bitcoin's never going to hit 100K back in 2019. What an idiot, right? Everybody's thinking, well, he just couldn't see the vision. Or maybe he just wanted to be popular and be the anti-Bitcoin guy so that people talked about him all the time. Well, if that's the case, it really worked. And now we all want to talk about it. Here's Peter Schiff saying, clearly I underestimated the ability of crypto whales to buy off politicians, but I'll reverse that prediction. Bitcoin will go to $100,000. In other words, he's saying it's gonna crash back down to 100K is what he's saying. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So these are some of the things going on right now. As these things are pumping, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy is now up $30 billion in the profit. I think that's pretty spectacular as well. And while we've got all this positive momentum going on, Michael Saylor's been legendary. You see Peter Schiff still being a bear for some reason. You got Vanguard, okay? One of the bigger companies out there when it comes to finance, who's always been a Bitcoin skeptic, actually is now the largest shareholder in Michael Saylor's company. So they're all in on the Bitcoin strategy as well. A lot of very, very positive things. On top of that, Grayscale striking while the iron's hot on crypto week, while these large bills are being proposed in the Senate, or passed in the Senate and proposed in the House, getting voted on this week. Grayscale has filed a IPO registration with the SEC. So you got more new stock offerings coming for some of these crypto companies. The Circle one was very successful. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Grayscale one very successful as well. IPOs could be pretty risky when they come out, kind of like an altcoin at times, but it's something to keep in mind, okay? Also, the other thing to look out for, and the caveat for the week, is Crypto Week's Buy the Rumor news, I'd say, and there could be a Sell the News event. And one thing that I've been warning you guys about is, as this discussion starts happening in the House of Representatives during this big, beautiful crypto week, you're going to hear a lot more of the same, which is here's this headline from Reuters today. Crypto exchanges rush to list the president's meme coin, leaving many losers and some big winners. Point here being, people are going to continue to scrutinize the launch of this meme coin. And as they're debating this in the House this week, you're going to continuously hear about this meme coin. But you also have to understand that when Vanguard and BlackRock are seemingly going all in on crypto, it's pretty unstoppable momentum for this asset class, guys. And it's pretty incredible. Even if we have some slower and lower expectations of a potential cut in September, crypto wants to soar, which is why Bitcoin took the high this week. And we see Bitcoin dominance potentially breaking down. Repost this stream if you haven't done so, by the way, guys. Welcome to the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. Good to be on another live stream right now. Hope everybody's doing well. Shout out to Zach in the chat, and Chef X3 and Juan in the chat, and James. James is saying almost everything is down. Everything's down still from the December, November highs, okay? But we are starting to come back. Look, Stellar's up 83% over the last 7 days. Sandbox is up. Look at these coins that are up over the last 7 days. There's so many big movers over the last 7 days. There's Hedera. Somebody was asking me about Hedera. Algorand. These are the ISO 20022 compliant coins. XLM. Are you surprised? These coins are coins, guys, that could be getting ETFs. These could be getting integrated into traditional finance because they're ISO compliance. These are the things that the big dogs in the space are paying attention to, okay? Other news going on right now. Stock market's roaring rally to record highs could hit a pause. Why is that happening? Because of more tariff uncertainty. Here we go again. Bitcoin rally disrupted by U.S.-Russia tariff fears as top altcoins erase daily gains. So why is things coming down today? Because more tariff concerns. We're not out of the weeds with tariffs yet, guys. Even though it's crypto week, we are not out of the weeds with the tariffs yet, unfortunately, but things are looking good generally. You just got to be cautious of these little news stories that pop up, and they pop up, guys. They do. I did have another story for you. I don't know where it went. Man, I had one more story for you. And you know what? I lost. Let me see if I could pull it back up. I think I got it. Okay, well, the biggest story of the week is certainly this. Crypto week, okay? So you're going to see these debates happening this week. You're going to see some votes. Here's a little quote, okay? Yet, attention on crypto looked far from over, okay? The House of Representatives is scheduled to tackle 3 crypto-related pieces of legislation starting at Tuesday. That's tomorrow. The measures focus on things like stablecoin regulations, shifting crypto jurisdiction to the CFTC instead of the SEC, outlawing Fed-issued central bank digital currencies before they're even become a thing, which is good. And this comes because the president wants to make Bitcoin and crypto, or the United States, the crypto capital of the world. The mood in Washington has turned risks on, at least for digital assets, as lawmakers load the legislative order book with the 3 pro-crypto bills under the banner of Crypto Week. I mean, the fact that you have people in government calling it Crypto Week, I mean, of course, Bitcoin's ripping and roaring right now. They're calling it crypto week. If Bitcoin was dumping during crypto week, that really wouldn't make sense to me. If Bitcoin wanted to dump after crypto week and have a little bit of a long squeeze because we had so many short squeezes and then the greed kicks in, that could happen. That could happen. Okay. It's possible. So these are the things I'm kind of looking at right now. Other big stories going on. Inflation expected to show tariff-driven uptick as threats escalate. So why is the chances of a Fed rate cut right now going the wrong way? Well, because the tariff fears that the Fed had in terms of how they're going to impact inflation are finally kicking in. It seemed like just last week, okay, people were starting to say, well, maybe the tariffs aren't affecting inflation as much. But the Fed has always been saying that, well, it's going to take a little while for it to kick in. If it kicks in at all, it's going to be kind of delayed. But Fed Chair Powell is, in getting more pressure, because they're upset about the Fed renovation. There's like some $1 billion that have been allocated for the Fed to do some renovation. And he's defending, like, we're not getting a new elevator. We're not replacing all the marble. We're replacing some of the marble, but we're not replacing. There's like really drama-driven news stories happening. The moral of the story is this: Fed rate cuts will happen inevitably. It seems that's kind of what everybody agrees on. That's why there's a divide in the Fed right now. It's not like, should we cut rates at all? It's how aggressive should we cut them and when should we cut them? And the drama is just kind of been playing out. But really scary, I think, for markets today is Trump threatens 100% tariffs on Russia over this conflict happening in Ukraine. And so, you just got more tariff spooks. The deal is, guys, is with Bitcoin hitting 123 today, if you're scared because it's back down to 119, then, maybe you're not cut out for crypto. Okay. What an incredible day this has been. This is a very positive day, my friends. Let's look closely at Bitcoin. Okay. Where exactly did it get up to? 123.2. Now we're coming back down. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, to see a retest off the top of this trend line, boop, and maybe a bounce there. I also wouldn't be surprised to see, as drama hits the headlines, as people complain about the president's meme coin, maybe you see Bitcoin trickle back down, and maybe Peter Schiff is right. Maybe we do bounce off of $100,000 again. Fed rate cuts are getting a little less likely on the tariff fears potentially. Ethereum has been great breaking out. That's been spectacular. Ethereum got all the way up to almost $3,100, which is great. I did tell you guys that if you see Ethereum break above 2850, you could see kind of an altcoin season potentially begin. But for a true altcoin season, in my mind, to potentially begin, what you really do need is you need to see this Bitcoin dominance crumble. And it's not crumbling yet. It wicked down. Daryl in chat says, never say the words Peter Schiff is right. Never. That's fair. That's fair. Though 100K is certainly, a level of support. We could certainly bounce back down there. Bitcoin back at 119K. Think how crazy that's. It does sound crazy. You're absolutely right. What else is going on in the chat? How's it going, John? I can't believe somebody said almost everything is down. I mean, look at it. Look at Ethereum right now. Crow's above 10 cents. You got to like that. XRP, where did XRP get to? $3.03. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Did our total market cap break out? It did. Our total market cap took a new all-time high. Here's another warning that I gave you. Crypto week. Wouldn't be surprised to see a rejection off this high for total market caps for crypto. But I also kind of lean to I'm waiting any moment now. I'm waiting for absolutely new all-time highs for a lot. I mean, a lot of these alts. Somebody asked about Hedera earlier. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Hedera took a new high. I wouldn't be surprised if Pepe and Shiba Inu and the memes took a new high. I wouldn't be surprised if Dogecoin took a new high, or Crocoin, or, a lot of these things. Okay, guys? Scott says with the Sunday pump, you had to know there would be a red Monday. Well, I mean, this morning was pretty great. I mean, when did we hit? I went to bed pretty early last night. But I mean, guys, we hit this early this morning. I mean, this is Sunday. This is a Monday morning pump, really. Pepe was ripping. We're seeing a little bit of a red candle right now, but the warning I gave in my videos last week, and I kind of did somewhere, I was just talking to the camera as I was look at the news stories. They're going to come out this week. There could be a little bit of a sell the news event because of this crypto week. Okay. As you see some of the most bullish stories for crypto buy the rumor, sell the news does happen. And then these stories pop up out of the blue. People get a little bit scared sometimes, okay? But, as we continue to see Bitcoin breaking highs, you can kind of continue to expect, in my opinion, XRP, Solana, and Dogecoin to surge. Now, I'm trading these markets. I'm trading this volatility, every day, okay? And if you guys want to do some trading in crypto, we have affiliates for you in the link of this video in the description, and nice sign-up bonuses for a variety of exchanges that we use and other things in the crypto space. So check those out. Continue to do your research, but if you're looking to do some trading, there's some great exchanges I have listed that we use in the comments. Pinned in the comment today, and then always got stuff pinned in the chat for you. So Juan says, you always do a great Trump impersonation. Well, I'm glad you like it. We've been working on it because we knew it was a big day for crypto. Crypto week, actually. That's true. That's true. We like crypto. We like it a lot. We do. We do. Daryl says, I've been looking at Bitcoin valuations on alts. Even with these pumps, Bitcoin has been indisputable king this whole time. Absolutely, Daryl. I mean, you just got to look no further than Bitcoin dominance to see that. And, like Sheeb is, one thing I was looking at recently is like Bitcoin just last week was up 100% in the last year. Well, Ethereum was still down on the year, and so was Shiba Inu and so many other coins. Well, Ethereum's finally up over last year because of this little pump lately. That being said, a lot still kind of stagnant, stuck. But you can't really expect the everything pump until we get a true boom breakdown of the downside for this Bitcoin dominance. And I don't really expect the Bitcoin dominance to truly break down until we kind of see those Fed cuts getting very optimistic, or maybe the Fed steps down. If the Fed steps down, you might see altcoin season. That's my opinion. Okay. Crypto Keeper says the dip is expected. People are too spoiled. I agree. I mean, there are rises and falls, and that's why I trade. Because there's so much up and down, and you can take advantage of those things. And you gotta be educated, right? You gotta do your due diligence and draw some levels of support and resistance for yourself, and kind of learn this market, right? Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin tap down to 118 and get a bounce there. It might be bouncing here potentially. There's a lot of momentum. Things are very positive. Tomorrow's the first day they're actually going to be talking about crypto bills in the House of Representatives in a very serious way. Any shorts at the moment? I am not in any shorts right now. If I was looking at shorts, I frankly would be looking at more of the shorts on the altcoins, because Ethereum at 3K could be a level of resistance. Total market cap could be at a level of resistance. It could dip back down before we get the boom. The Fed rate cuts kind of hinted that for me. The uncertainty with tariffs kind of hinted that for me. I am very open to the idea of things just ripping and roaring right now. And over the long term, I remain bullish on Bitcoin. I think it's going to be $1 million one day. I think it could be at $10 million at some point in my lifetime. And I expect, Ethereum to have a massive rip, and a lot of these altcoins too. But I know there's volatility, and I know there are buy the rumor, sell the news events, and so I'm always looking for some of these things, okay? Jason Davis in the chat says, altcoin season will come at $3,500 ETH. Why are you picking $3,500? Let's check it out. $3,500 ETH? Maybe. Sure. I mean, I'd say a new all-time high for ETH. Call 4,100, all right? And that could be some pretty significant resistance for us as well. I've seen a lot of big crypto companies actually kind of getting into Ethereum over Bitcoin, which has been kind of an interesting trend. I like Bitcoin more than Ethereum, kind of, to be honest with you. And I like a lot of other altcoins over ETH, but ETH's still a legend. ETH's still a legend in the crypto space. I was just so disappointed with all these ETH upgrades, and the fees on Ethereum are still really high, so that's kind of lame. And I am cautiously optimistic. This could be a potential level of resistance, so keep an eye on it, guys. Keep an eye on it, and don't be surprised if it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event with this Fed meeting. I'm bullish. I'm also realistic, okay? So we keep that going. And if you guys are into crypto and you like this content, you subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell, my friends. We got right now 40-something you guys watching on YouTube. A lot more focus on X today. Got 17 likes. We got to get those likes up, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Daryl says they're talking about ZK upgrades for Ethereum. Saw Kathy Wood just tweet about it. A lot of people are starting to talk about Ethereum right now. Frank Villalobos gets it. He's like, only 18 likes. You guys got to hit that like button, says Frank. I agree. Absolutely. But Bitcoin dominance, again, it's a key here. Keep an eye on it. I'm going to pull this trend line down. I'm suspicious. I mean, I'm going to just move it a little. It's not perfect, guys. Let's look at actually on the dailies. Do I have anything better? Yeah. Okay. Let's perfect this to the daily now. Let's go to the daily, to the wicks maybe. I mean, technically, guys, this is kind of broken down. I mean, this is kind of broken down below, guys, technically. But it's early. It kind of wants to scoop back up. I want an altcoin season, guys. I'm holding my breath for it a little bit, but I'm holding those positions, just waiting for an altcoin season. Pepe in the chat says, Pepe will be king. I think Pepe will find new highs. I think so. Again, not financial advice, but something I'm continuing to look at. Jason says apparently Chrono's top last cycle was 26 days after ETH top. That's an interesting fact to look at. Okay. Yeah, so Ethereum will pump first, and then your beloved altcoins like Chronos and others will pump as well. Ethereum usually takes the highs first. It's like Bitcoin pumps, Ethereum pumps, large caps pump, mid caps pump, small caps pump. They all kind of pump at the same time, but kind of in that order. Their grand finales kind of happen one at a time. Bitcoin, ETH, major caps, mid caps, small caps. That's what we've seen. We've also seen the 4-year cycle thing happening, guys. We could be getting out of 4-year cycle lands. Maybe. I'm going to change the tunage. I'm going to change the tunes. We'll get a different tune in there. There you go. We have also yeah, let's look at these cycles. So, in crypto, we have these bear markets and we have these bull markets. Clearly in a bull market, guys. We told you guys that we were probably going into one. Of course, I wasn't giving financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor, but we were talking about crypto as a huge buying opportunity here. That's what we were doing, at least on this channel, buying here. And here we are. There was some profit-taking zones in January 2025. There was some profit-taking zones in March and April of 2024. You could argue these are some profit-taking opportunities right now. Maybe total market cap's going to reject here, dip back down, one more accumulation zone before we go higher and there's more profit-taking opportunities. You can make the argument to me right now, though, of this. From the low to the high, and I've said it 1,000 times, crypto bull markets last about 1,070 days. So from the low here to the high, 1,070 days would bring us to like October, November of 2025. And we should probably be topping out around that time if the 4-year cycle trend remains the same. And I got to tell you, we are on track, okay? We are on track for an October, November high. So we're getting a pump now. Maybe we dip in August, September, pump. September, October, November, blow off top, accumulation phase. There's a chance that this is some kind of super cycle because, politicians are lining their pockets with crypto stuff, right? We know this now. These Vanguards are hopping in, BlackRock's hopping in. Vanguard is investing in MicroStrategy. That's incredible news. That's absolutely incredible news that Vanguard has been investing in MicroStrategy. I didn't know that until this morning, actually. So that was breaking news to me that I wanted to share with you guys. But yeah, we could look at Pepe. Pepe's got some resistance going on right here because, here was a weekly candle kind of rejected. Some weekly candles that kind of stopped right there. Our next level of resistance is going to be pretty significant at 4016. Okay. I think that Pepe is going to have its best moment in the late fall, early winter. Okay. Of this year. When altcoin season happens, it happens fast and it happens for a month or 2, sometimes 3 months. That's what I've seen. That's been my experience with it. So I continue to keep an eye on that. And by the way, tap that like button as you're hopping into the stream and subscribe to this channel. We keep these live streams coming every weekday. I'm doing live streams for you guys. Scott in the chat believes in the super cycle. What other questions do you guys have? Let's do a little bit of a Q&A session. Let's chat a little bit about it. Scott says, if you're selling off by November, Pepe, you'll be missing out on big money. So you believe that we're going to pump into 2026. You know, Chris Marszak, CEO of Crypto.com, has said that. A lot of people have said that. I've seen a lot of very big people in crypto in the past say things like that, and then egg on the face happens. So there's definitely two boats. The people that believe in the everything pump forever, and there's people that believe that there are 4-year cycles. I lean towards the 4-year cycle camp. You don't want to be left holding the bag. That's the number one mistake that people make in crypto is they are left holding the bag. You think it's going to keep going up, and you think it's going to keep going up, and you're like, if I could only get another 2x, I'll be rich. And then and then you think, oh, it's down 50%, I'll just keep holding. Then it's down 90%. Now it's the bottom of the bear market, and then you're right back to where you started, if not below your initial investment. And now you're sitting on a problem. Why do I know this? I know this because I've done it. Okay, guys? Yeah, I'm admitting that to you. That's why we started this channel. Me and Blacksea in 2016 got into crypto. Our first cycle did not go according to plan. Okay, it did not. Our next cycle, we did a lot better, and we still made some mistakes. This cycle, we were ready, and it paid off, and it's been incredible. And I'm sure a lot more folks are catching on. But some people are hopping into this thing, and even people that got burnt last time, I think they're going to be left holding the bag at some point. There is no certainty in this market. We could keep going up. It could happen for an extended period of time. We could go out of the 4-year cycle. We could go up for, I don't know, 2,000 days or something wild like that. It's supposed to be a 1,070-day bull market. We could go up for 1,400 days. It could happen, okay? But all we have is the past. And the past says blow off top should be coming around October, November. And it's literally all we have going on. I know we don't have BitBoy anymore. Ben Armstrong is in an orange jumpsuit in a mental institution because he got driven crazy by the crypto market. Super sad story. Super sad story. Crypto doesn't feel the same without BitBoy, but he did a lot wrong in the end. He ruined a good thing. That was really sad. I was debating doing a video on that, but I figured I'd leave the poor guy alone, and we're moving on. We're moving on in the crypto space. Well, we really are. I mean, we're moving on to bigger and better things. I mean, here we are talking about Crypto Week. We're talking about bills getting introduced into Congress. Pepe says, after BitBoy screaming, so many people, yikes. Yeah, I mean, he's screaming at everybody. Every single person, almost. It was crazy. Frank Villalobos says you can always sell about 75% if it's a 4-year cycle. I mean, yeah, I mean, you could sell whatever. You could take profit. Taking profit's great. I like trading, and we keep trading. Again, affiliates in the links in the description down below. I see a lot of people are trading again. Obviously, but if you're trading to the short side over the last few days, you got hurt, okay? You got hurt. Betting against Bitcoin as it's breaking new all-time highs is kind of crazy. I can understand maybe a potential short at this blue trend line, right? Just kind of touching this trend line. This could be a good opportunity. It could be. It could be, but it's a little scary. I also like the fact that total market cap is kind of tapping a level of maybe resistance here as well in terms of like maybe looking for a short, but short in this market when it's Crypto Week it's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy, but again, I do think there is a chance of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, and there is a chance that if Fed Chair Jerome Powell does step down, that could trigger an altcoin season, guys. It really could. Smash that like button, by the way, for me, guys. It really helps the channel. What did BitBoy do? What he did a lot. He did a lot, man. You got to Google that one. He did a lot. What did he do? I think he threatened a judge. It's really what got him in the end. But he did a lot of things. He didn't treat people well in the end. He was beloved in the crypto space and then hated. It started when he launched a meme coin, I believe, and fell off the rail. I mean, there was a lot going on behind the scenes. Who knows? What didn't he do? Yeah. What didn't he do? He did a lot. Why? Because he's a little crazy. He had addiction problems. I feel bad for him. He's got a legitimate mental health issue. It's a sad story. It kind of makes the crypto industry look bad. So it's kind of good he's out of the picture now for crypto. But yeah, he's going to be in prison a long time. Kind of sad. Kind of crazy, right, guys? Kind of crazy. You know, it's wild. You know, I mean, I was debating whether to talk about this or not. He was really an inspiration for a lot of crypto content creators. You know, his channel and what they were doing was kind of like, you know, I think I could do this. I love crypto. I want to talk about crypto. So, you know, that and George, I like George's format a lot. So if you can kind of see a resemblance between the way that I approach these live streams and George is kind of an inspiration as well, for me at least, in terms of the content. But then we take our own unique spin on it, and it's cool because you kind of got me and you got Blacksea on the channel, so you get two different perspectives. You know, definitely two different perspectives. But we have a lot of things that we agree on. Not everything. We have a lot of things that we agree on, me and Blacksea. So but we break it down in two different ways. So that's kind of one of the perks of what we got going on over here. Two different perspectives. What else is going on, guys? Yeah, so I'm looking out for a potential double top there. ETH could struggle with the $3,000 price level. We saw a lot of shorts get squeezed. I'm not going to be surprised to see some longs get squeezed. Buy the rumor, sell the news does happen with big stories like this. You're going to see some drama with the meme coin argued in the Senate, so get ready for that. Jason Davis says Blacksea is a Crow Maxi. He's not a Crow Maxi, but he does like Crow as well. Yeah. BitBoy did it wrong, unfortunately. Quite a few folks hopping into the stream. Thanks for tuning into the Crypto Report. Repost the stream so other folks can be made aware that there is another place to get some crypto news and ask some questions. He's just been through a lot, says Universal Fun Guy. He really has. And he put a lot of people through a lot as well. Pepe in the chat says, hey, Kip, where's the next buy on Pepe? Just a simple little trend line could tell you that, you know, probably back at the 401. I mean, just somewhere around there. Probably maybe at the body, you know, go down to the wicks, I guess. Yeah, probably around the 401 level. 401. Yeah. Juan says, Kip, what do you think is going to happen with Jerome Powell? I think he might step down. I'd never believed that, but it could happen. It could happen. Now, I'll tell you this. If tariffs really do make inflation worse, then he might not step down. But if he's wrong about being so concerned about the tariffs, then he could be looked at as very politicized and kind of be forced to step down. Like, not forced, it's his choice, but you know, when you're so embarrassed, you just kind of go away. So, I mean, he's getting attacked by the president. When that president attacks, oh boy, does he attack. Too late, pal. What a loser. You know. Oh, it's funny, man. It's funny. It's crazy, actually. It won't go back there through though, man. You don't think Pepe will come back down to 401? It could. I'm keeping an eye on Bitcoin dominance, guys. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're keeping an eye on. I'm trading. If you guys want to trade, check out the affiliates and the links. Okay. One way to support the channel. Somebody's asking me about Atom. What do you think about Atom Cosmos? Cosmos has really been a failure in terms of getting pumps. It doesn't seem to be a coin that pumps. I don't know why. Almost everybody uses Cosmos, but it's just not getting pumped. Cosmos is very important for the Kronos ecosystem at one point. I don't know if it still is. We've had so many upgrades with Kronos, but yeah, Kronos still isn't taking off. I think it can. I think it will at some point. That's my personal opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You got to do your own due diligence, my friends, but I believe in Crypto.com's Crowcoin. I do. Yeah, Cosmos is what Kronos is built on. And I think it's still on it. But yeah, it just doesn't really pump ever. It just doesn't really pump. I don't know why. It pumps a little, but not like a... I wonder if you would make more gains in a Bitcoin or a Cosmos is kind of where my mind goes with it. But anyway, guys, that's all I got. I have a lot more work to do today, but I got a nice 40-minute stream. No intro for you. Straight 40 minutes of true content for you. So smash a like, subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this type of content, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is Crypto Report. Yeah, turn on your notification bell for more of this content, and we'll keep it coming. More videos later today. I'll see you the next one, guys. DCA, HODL, do your own research. Until next time, peace, guys. Check out the affiliates. I'll see you next time. Later, guys.